Have you ever wondered why you can't seem to hear God's voice? You pray, you wait, you ask for direction, but instead of hearing something clearly, all you hear is silence. If you ever felt that way, I want to encourage you with this. What's interesting is that before Elijah heard God's voice in a whisper, he had just experienced one of the greatest miracles recorded in scripture. God answered by fire on Mount Carmel, proving that he alone was God. And it was a powerful moment, a public moment, a miraculous moment. But shortly after that victory, Elijah found himself afraid, exhausted, and isolated. He ran into the wilderness, believing he was alone, believing his assignment was over, believing there was nothing left for him in this life. Isn't it amazing how quickly we can go from one mountaintop experience to wondering where God is? When Elijah finally stood before the Lord, there was a mighty wind, then an earthquake, then a fire, but scripture says that the Lord was not in any of them. Then came a still small voice. Please know that not every move of God will be loud. Not every answer comes through a dramatic encounter. Sometimes God speaks the loudest when everything else becomes quiet. And maybe that's why some of us struggle to hear him. Our lives are full of noise, the noise of social media, the noise of opinions, the noise of fear, the noise of our schedules, even the noise of our own thoughts. Sometimes we're asking God to speak louder when he's actually inviting us to become quieter, because hearing God's voice is about us making room for his voice. And I've learned that God doesn't always shout direction. Sometimes he gently nudges you. Sometimes he brings a scripture to your remembrance. Sometimes he gives you an unexplainable peace about a decision. Sometimes he lovingly corrects you. And then sometimes he simply reminds you that he's near. Isaiah says that whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. God is still leading his people, but are we creating space to listen? Can I encourage you for a moment, right? You don't have to chase every conference, every prophetic word, or every emotional experience to hear from God. Spend time with him on your own. Open his word, pray, worship, sit quietly in his presence, because the God who spoke to Elijah is the same God who speaks to his children today. And I believe that some of the greatest direction you'll ever receive won't come in the middle of a crowd. It will come in the quiet moments when it's just you and God alone. So don't be discouraged if God's voice doesn't seem loud right now. Sometimes God whispers carries more direction than the world's loudest voices. So lean in, slow down, draw near to him, and trust that the good shepherd still knows how to speak to and lead his sheep, which is you. God bless you. And until next time, keep trusting God and keep growing in him.